concepts. It means a function fz is analytic, then its real imaginary part will satisfy CR equation. And if we have a function fz such that its real imaginary part are continuous and having continuous first order partial order derivatives, then fz will be differentiable. And we did some number of problems there also. Okay, some basic theorems about this one. Just a minute. We have been done all these. Okay, this one is completed. No? A lot of questions is given here. Fz equals z star means it is the complex conjugate. Sin z bar and fz sin z mod of z square. The rest is okay. We have been discussed this one. Now combination of function. So if function fz, gz and hz all are analytic, then their linear combination afz plus bgz plus chz is also analytic. And composite combination of analytic functions are also analytic. It means if fz and gz are analytic, then their composition f composition g is also analytic. So these are some basic points about the analyticity of the function. Now, infinite linear combinations, that is series of analytic function, may be analytic everywhere, analytic nowhere, or analytic somewhere. Please be careful. This note is important. Infinite linear combinations, that is in terms of series of analytic function. It means if a series analytic in the series analytic, then its infinite linear combination need not be analytic always. Sometimes it is analytic, sometimes it is analytic somewhere, and sometimes analytic it is analytic nowhere. So few examples is in front of you. One example is fz equal 1 upon 1 minus z. So the first term is analytic everywhere except z equal to 1. You know very well, when z equal to 1, then it will tend to infinite. It means the function are differential there. In fact, did not defined at that point. Now, the second series 1 plus z square plus z plus 3 and so on is analytic only when modulus z is less than 1. some examples based on the composition function fz z square and gz is sin z, then hz equal to g composition f, g means sin fz and fz is z square, so sin z square. So these, you may see this fz is analytic as well as gz analytic because we have been discussed today in morning session. So since both are analytic, that's why their their composition will also be analytic. So these are showing the variety of problems here. Now derivative of analytic function are also analytic. Fz sin z, then one example in front of you that f dash z is cos z. So you may note this point that derivative of analytic function are also analytic. If f z is analytic, then f dash z analytic, and if f dash z analytic, then f double dash z analytic, and so on. Now next part, real and imaginary part of analytic function are harmonic. I hope you all know the meaning of harmonic. If any function is said to be harmonic if it satisfies the Laplace equation. Laplace equation means this equation del 2. Del 2 v del 2 equal to 0. This is known as Laplace equations. So a function is said to be harmonic if it satisfies the Laplace equation. So here the question is real and imaginary part. Real and imaginary part of an analytic function. If we are going to remove, suppose fz is equal to, just a minute, suppose fz equal to u is a function of x comma y plus v is a function of x comma y. X comma y. Fz equal to u plus iv. If we have this function, then we can't say that this u is harmonic. Again, I'm repeating a sentence. We can't say this is harmonic. Why? This function will be harmonic if this del 2 v equal to 0. As per the definition, this u will be harmonic function if del 2 u equal to 0. So if I'm giving fz equal to u plus iv be a function of complex variable only, fz equal to u plus iv be a function of complex variable. Function of complex variable. Then we can't say that u and v are harmonic. When we can say if fz equal to u plus iv be an analytic function, then its real and imaginary part will becomes the harmonic function. It means that those will satisfy the CR equation. So you may prove this one. These theorems can be proved. That's it. First, I want to know from your side, anyone can prove this theorem? Yes, please. When I will take the name of someone, then you will respond. Yes or no. Sorry. Yes, please. Ravikant? Ravikant? Megawatt? Faraz Samin? Mukesh?
No, sir.
You can't prove. So at least you can try, Mukesh. What this statement says that if fz equal to u plus iv, be an analytic. Okay, so are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Analytic. If fz is not v an analytic, then we need to show that u and v are harmonic function, right? So in order to prove that u and v are harmonic function, we need to show that del 2 equals 0. V analytic function, okay? So
Yes,
if
sir.
del 2 u equals 0, then we can say e is an analytic function. Now, since fz is analytic, since fz equal u plus iv be an analytic function, hence its real and imaginary part will satisfy CR equation, and its real and imaginary parts will satisfy CR equation. Okay, so am I right?
Yes, sir.
So CR equation means what? That is del u by del x. That
Yes, sir.
is del u divided by del x, del x is equal to, yes Mukesh, is equal to
Del V upon del Y.
del v by del y, and del v by del v by del x is, and next one is del v by del x is equal to minus del u by del y. So always I'm just discussing that if something is given, then what are the meaning of those we may write first. Right first. So in the problem, it is given that fz be analytic. Analytic means fz is differentiable at a point, and since it is analytic simply means it is analytic everywhere. It means it is differentiable everywhere. And if it is differentiable analytic everywhere, then it will satisfy CR equation. So we have written this one. Now our aim is to prove del 2 equals 0. So now you may evaluate this one. Now just go for the evaluation of this one, and this is equal to del 2 is a Laplacian operator. Mukesh, do you know the value of this one? Yes, Mukesh.
Yes, sir.
Del 2 is a Laplacian operator. So do you know the value of this one, del 2? Del 2, do you know the value of del?
It's a derivative of this.
Del
Partial
is
derivative.
I del by del x. This one, please check. I del by del x plus j del by del y plus k. This is the del operator. Already know. In case of two dimension, it will not be there. In case of two dimension, it will be simply this one. And we may use the symbol like this one, triple notation. This one. So delta is an operator. Now del square means what? Del square means del dot. Del square means del dot del. Del dot del. Del dot del means del is here. So I hope you may find out this dot this So I dot I is 1. So del 2 by del x square. Ultimately, it is going to be del 2 by del x square. Plus del 2 by del y square. This is an operator. So our aim is to show del 2 equals 0. That means we need to show this value, that is del 2 u by del x square plus del 2 u by del y square. Now this value is equal to del 2 by del x square is okay. Again we are going to write, just rewrite in different manners this one. You can write this one as del by del y of this one. Please check and correct me. Del 2 u by del y square means del by del y of del u by del y. Now you may use the Cauchy-Riemann equation. Cauchy-Riemann equation. The value of del u by del y is given here. Del u by del y. Del u by del x square plus del u by del y square. So del u by del y is minus del v upon del x. So anyway, we are not getting directly here. We may write it equation number 1, and next we may write equation number 2. So directly we are not proving, but here we can use this one. So differentiating equation equation 1 with respect to x and 2 with respect to y. See what will come. First differentiate between del 2 u by del x square. Del 2 by del x square is coming del 2v by del x del y. Del 2v divided by del x del y. Please check and confirm it. We are differentiating with respect to x, so we'll get like this one. This is equation number 3. Similarly, we are differentiating this one with respect to y. So what we will have, del 2v divided del y del x. Del 2v divided by del y del x. And the right side minus del 2u by del y square. Minus del 2u by del y square. Add these two equations 3 and 4. Equation 3 plus equation 4 implies so left hand del t by del x square plus del 2u by del y square is equal to this value, and with negative sign of this one, del 2v by del y by del x. I hope you all know that del 2v by del x del y and del 2v del y del x both are equal. Why? Why it is equal? Because fz equal to u plus. Yes, please. Anyone want to say something? Nidhi? Nidhi? Nidhira?
Yes, sir.
My screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Is there any issue?
No, sir.
Okay. So, we all know that del 2 v by del s del y and del y by del x both are equal. Why it is equal? Because fz equal this be analytic. Analytic means fz is differentiable. If it is differentiable, then it is continuous. And if it is continuous, then u and v both are continuous. So since u and v both are continuous, that's why del 2 v by del x del y and del 2 v del y del x both are equal. You have been studying it in your BTech first semester. Okay, so these two are equal. So what we'll get, this is equal to g. So ultimately, this value is equal to 0. This implies this is nothing. It is del 2 u. This implies del 2 u equal to 0. So as del 2 u equal to 0, it means u satisfy the Laplace equation. Hence, u is the harmonic function. Similarly, we can prove for the imaginary part v also by differentiating 1 with respect to y and 2 with respect to x by adding them and using the condition. We can prove that if u that will satisfy the Laplace equation. Hence, if fz be an analytic function, then its real imaginary part both will satisfy Laplace equation and becomes the harmonic function. Okay, so this one was no need to use all these. Just a minute. Okay, this one. So this was the theorem that real imaginary parts of analytic function are harmonic. How it is going to be harmonic? I have been given the proof of this one. It was the important. And it has been proof already. No need to discuss this. Already has been discussed everything. Okay, so these are the parts of just not. So for this chapter, we discuss the function of complex variable, analyticity, analytic function, Cauchy-Riemann equation, and harmonic function. Now we need to discuss some application of analytic function to the flow problem, as well as the construction of analytic function conformal mapping and binary transformation of this unit. So now, before going to next, we are in opinion to discuss the Cauchy-Riemann equation in polar coordinate system. So next, you may note down that Cauchy CR equation, Cauchy-Riemann equation in polar coordinate. Okay, so the CR equation in polar coordinate is as so polar equation means Fz is equal to u is the function of x y plus I times v function of x y. So if x is the function of when it goes r theta, it means x equal to r cos theta and y is r sin theta. So it means x is the function of r theta and y is function of r theta. So here x is this one and y is the function of r theta. So in this case, ultimately u is going to become the function of r theta and v the function of r theta. So this implies this Fz is going to be like this one, Fz, xy, in place of xy we may write r theta. So this u becomes the function of r theta and v becomes the function of r theta. That is in polar coordinate system. So in this case, our CR equation is changed. What is CR equation? Del u by del r. Del u by del r equal to del v by del theta. Del u by del r equal to 1 divided by r del v by del theta. Del theta. And second equation is del v by del r is equal to del v by del r equal to minus 1 by r del u by del theta. So the CR equation in polar coordinate system is as And how it is coming? Why and what is the reason behind this? So I will discuss it is as a note in the bracket that ultimately fz is going to come in terms of r theta. So now the proof of this theorem, proof of this one. So in the proof part, let us consider an analytic function fz equal to this one. Okay. Where x is, initially we may write like this one, fx plus this one. Let's consider the function as well this one. Okay. So now u is the function of xy directly. So we may assume that x is equal to r cos theta, that x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. Y equal to r sin theta. R sin theta. What is the meaning of this one? It means x is the function of r theta as well as y is the function of, as well as y is also the function of r theta. Okay. So x is equal to r cos theta and y is r sin theta. So see, already we know the CR equation in Cartesian coordinate system. The CR equation is as anyway, we will write here del u by del x, del u by del x is equal to del v by del y. We all know this one. Del u by del x is equal to this and del v by upon del y equal this. And second equation is del v by del x is equal to del u by u minus del u by del x. So we know already this equation. Del u by del x equal to del v upon del y and del v upon del x equal to minus del u upon del y. But we need to prove del u by del r equal to 1 upon r del v upon del theta. Okay, so for this purpose, we are going to use the concept of partial derivative. So think about this u u is directly function of xy, but this u indirectly function of r theta. Why? Because x is the function of r theta as well as y the function of r theta. So this suggests that we can find the partial derivative of u with respect to r and theta. So the partial derivative of u with respect to r will becomes now del u by del r is equal to. Anyone can help me? Yes, please.
Sir, del u by del x into del x by del r.
Yeah, just a minute, just a minute. Yes, Neha.
Sir, del u by del x into del x by del r.
Yes, good. So del u by del r, u is the directly function of xy and indirectly function of r theta. So first we are going to write with respect to directly to del u by del x. It's the way to remember del u by, yes, del u by del x. Yes, then Neha.
Yes, sir. Del u by del x into del x by del r.
Del x by del r plus
Yes, sir.
plus next
Sir, del u by del y into del y by del r.
del u by del y
Into del y by del r.
So you all know should know that how we are going to write this one. there is very simple way. Since this u is the function of xy, so first we are writing del u by del x plus del u by del y. Then we are going to fill the spaces. Since indirectly is the function of r theta, so here x is going to be different with respect to r, and this y del y by del r. So what we will have here, this is equal to the value of del u by del x will be same, but del x by del r can be evaluated. Del x by del r, x is r cos theta, then it becomes cos theta. Please check everybody. And del y by del r, it means it becomes sin theta. So in this way, we got the value of del u by del y. Similarly, we may check, we may find the value of del u by del theta. Del u by del theta. So what will happen in this case? Same thing, but in place of r, here becomes theta, and here it becomes theta. So del u by del x will be there, but del x by del theta, it is minus r sin theta. So minus will be here, and cos theta is minus. So r minus r sin theta. Please always check my calculation. Minus r sin theta. Then del y by del y, sin theta is cos theta. So simply r cos theta. So it is r cos theta. So we got the value of del u by del r, del u by del theta. Now del v by del r and del v by del r, and then del v by del theta. So del v by del r means here v, and here v, and here v. So del x by del r, in the cos same thing will come, and in this case v will be here. So v, and v. You all are advised to check. So this is coming. Now our aim was to show CR equal del u by del r equal to 1 by r del v by del theta. So just evaluate the value of 1 by r del v by del theta. Del v by del theta is here. From here, del u by del r equal to 1 by r del v by del theta. So it means this del v by del, if we are going to see del u by del r, so this del u by del r is in terms of, just I am separating it. Del u by del r is in terms of u, like this one. So in order to correlate del u upon del r with del v upon del theta, we must write del v by del theta also in terms of u. Here del v by del theta is this one. Let's check it. Is equal to this one. So it is in terms of u and it is in terms of v. So now we may use the CR equation. This one, and this implies, we all know that as per the CR equation, del v by del x is, it is mentioned here, del v by del x is minus del u by del y. So in place of del v by del x, we may write minus del u by del y, so it becomes plus, and del v by del y, del u by del y is del u upon del x, so in place of this one, we may write del u by del x. This implies implies R can be in common. So we may write 1 by R. This R may go left side. So this one and this one. If we are going to use equation, because I will not use any equation number, this is a discussion. So if it is equation number 1 and it is equation number 2, then from 1 and 2, I hope you may get the result. You may see the right side, del u by del y sine theta. Here in 1, del u by del y sine theta. Then del u by del x cos theta, del u by del x cos theta. So what we got from equation 1 and 2, we had the result del u by del r is equal to 1 upon r del u by del theta. With the same procedure, we may for timing here you may also write down del u by del theta is equal to this term and del v by del r. Del r is equal to this term. So I think we may use, it is better to use this equation as 2, this equation as 3, and this equation as 4. So not this equation, in fact this equation can be taken as 4. So from 1 and 4 we got this result. Similarly, in order to prove the second results, del v by del r. So you may see del v by del r, where is that one? In equation 3. And del v by del theta, it is in equation 2. So think about these two equations. Here it is in terms of u, but it is in terms of v. So either 2 or 3 can be converted in any one. So if we are going to think about this one, so this implies del u by del r, and the value of del u upon del s is del v by del y, as per the CR equation. So del u upon del s is del v by del y, and del u by del y is minus del v by del x. So minus del v by del x. So this implies, as per the results, we may write here minus 1 by r. Just we are taking the minus sign also. So 1 divided by r. So because this minus will be removed, and this one, this r will not there, and this minus is going to become plus, and this one. Finally, we are going to assume this as equation number 2. So from equation 2 and 3, you may see right side is del v by del y sin theta and del v by del x cos theta. So from equation 2 and 3 we had, from equation 2 and 3 we had the required result, this del v by del r equal to minus del v by del theta. Is it okay? So in this way, these are the proofs of CR equation in polar coordinate system. Okay. Now, if anyone have any doubt, then you may ask a question, please. Anyone have any doubt? Neha?
No, sir.
Okay. So wait a minute, I will take that in, then we will leave the class, please. Okay, now we'll leave the class.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome, please.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.